Welcome back! We are now in the last lesson of Computing Fundamentals. The lesson will be divided into two parts. In part 1, you will learn about the need for computer security and how to identify the risks. On completion, you should be able to explain the need for security, describe how to keep your username and password safe, describe the risks presented by viruses, worms, Trojans, and malware, describe risk when using public computers, and describe the risks presented by phishing. Let's start with the need for security. As soon as you connect a computer to a network, you expose that system and the information stored on it to the potential risks associated with networking. The information stored on the network computer can be accessed by any computer connected to the network. If the network provides internet access, the risk increases. Hackers. These are the people who try to gain unauthorized access to computer systems. They can do many different methods to obtain or get what they want. In response, you must take steps to protect your computer and its data. Let us discuss your usernames and passwords. Your username and password protect your account from unauthorized access. Remember that your user account is associated with specific rights and permissions, both on your local system and your school or organization's network. Most attacks against networks occur when unauthorized people guess or steal a user identity that is recognized by the system. By keeping your username and password confidential, you help to protect your personal data and the data on the network. Passwords protect your accounts. You should take the following steps to create strong password. First, use a minimum of 6 characters. Sometimes a standard is set up by your school or organization. 8 or more characters is even better, with 15 characters considered the most secure. Second, include a mixture of numbers, letters, symbols, and capital letters. Third, select a password that will be easy for you to remember, but difficult for someone else to guess. Fourth, avoid using the names of people close to you, such as members of your family or the names of your pets. People who know you well can try to guess your password using these names first. Fifth, avoid using variations of your name or including your name, address, or birth date in your password. And finally, avoid using a variation of a password that may be easy to guess, such as password-jan, password-feb, and so on. Your account protects your files and your reputation. If you allow someone else to log on with your account, you can be held responsible for actions performed under your account name. For example, if someone sends threatening email from your account, recipients will think that the messages came from you. If someone deletes important files on the network using your account, that activity will be traced back to you as well. In order to keep your account secure, you should protect your username and password and keep them to yourself. You follow these guidelines. Never share your account information. If you accidentally share your login information, change it immediately. Do not hide your password near your computer. For example, using a sticky note under your keyboard or in a table drawer is not secure. And the most important thing is, do not use the same password for all your accounts. If someone guesses your password, they would have access to multiple accounts. There are ways on how to change your password. You can use the settings for your personal computer and Control-Alt-Delete if you are in a domain or using the company's computer. Let me show you where to find the settings on how to change the password. Click Start, then go to Settings, then go to Accounts, and then try to find sign-in options. Then on my computer, you will see password. Unfortunately, I cannot show you further details on how to change the password because my computer is a member of a domain. So it's written in here, to change your domain password, press Ctrl-Alt-Delete and choose Change a Password. Let us identify the different risks for our computer system. You should be aware of the potential risk when you are connected to a network or the internet. This risk include becoming infected with computer viruses and Trojan horses. These are programs designed with the specific intent of harming computer systems. You should understand how to detect and remove malicious code on your system before it harms your computer, your data, or data on the network to which you are connected. A virus is a malicious program designed to take control of system operations and damage or destroy data. Viruses are loaded on your computer without your knowledge and run without your consent. All computer viruses are human-made and are often designed to spread to other computer users through networks or email address books. Viruses can be transferred via email attachments, program or file downloads, and by using infected disks, such as CD or flash drives. If you pass an infected drive to a coworker, that coworker's system can also be infected. Similarly, a colleague might send you an email attachment infected by a virus. If you attempt to open or print the file, the virus will engage. Email attachments have long been a favorite way to spread viruses. A virus can display harmless messages on the screen, use all available memory. That's why it will slow or halt other processes on your computer. It can corrupt or destroy data files, and it can erase the contents of an entire hard disk. Another computer risk is worm. A worm is a self-replicating program that consumes systems and network resources. The difference between a worm and a virus is that a worm automatically spreads from one computer to another, whereas a virus requires some form of action. For example, a user must pass an infected disk to someone else, or must forward an infected email message. A worm can reside in active memory, like RAM, and replicate on the network. Worms can spread to all computers connected to a network and are commonly spread over the internet via email attachments. Another risk to your computer is Trojan. A Trojan, or also known as Trojan horse, is a program designed to allow a hacker to remotely access a target computer system. The code for a Trojan is hidden inside harmless applications, such as games. Trojans are installed on the target system when the user runs the infected application. Unlike worms and viruses, Trojans do not replicate themselves or copy themselves to other files and disks. Once installed on the target system, the Trojan can allow a hacker to take control of the target system, steal information, install other software, including viruses, download or upload files, or crash the system. Trojans can be accidentally installed through software downloads. For example, a Trojan might be hidden in a software application downloaded from a network, through websites containing active content, or through an email attachments. Let us discuss malware, such as spyware and adware. Spyware is a software application that is secretly placed on your system and gathers information, either personal or private, without your consent or knowledge. While the adware is a software application that automatically displays or downloads advertisements. Many internet-based applications contain spyware. Companies with both good and bad reputations have included spyware code in their system. Spyware can also be placed on your system by a virus or by application downloaded from the internet. Once installed, spyware monitors your activity on the internet and conveys the information to the spyware originator. The originator can then gather website usage, email, and even password information from your system, then use it for advertising purposes or malicious activities. Spyware can consume memory resources and network bandwidth. Spyware has the ability to scan files on hard disk, read cookies, monitor keystrokes, install other spyware applications, change the default homepage in web browsers, and automatically send information to the spyware developer. I mentioned cookie a while ago. A cookie is a small text file placed on your computer by a web server. Although cookies themselves are not dangerous, they can be used to store username and passwords if you click yes when your browser asks you if you want to store this information. Cookies also track browser activities, such as the sites you visit and options you select. In a normal internet transaction, cookies are read only by the server that placed them on your system. However, a hacker who gains physical access to your system or successfully installs spyware can steal your cookies, and with them, any stored usernames and passwords. To prevent this, you can download and install freeware spyware or adware applications, or you can use Windows Defender to monitor your system for spyware. Another risk is the use of public computers. The risk in using public computers, such as those found in the library or computer laboratory, have to do with protecting your privacy and your personal accounts. Remember that anyone who has physical access to a public computer can access any information stored on it. Because you do not log on to a public computer, all activity is performed under one open account, such as geotech.lab. That means search history, cookies, and any other information that is stored on the computer is accessible. For this reason, you should take the following steps to ensure your safety when you use the public computer. First one is to log out of online accounts. If you logged on into an online account, for example, opening your email, or a banking account or a credit card account, or even a social media account, and then walk away without logging out, anyone who comes along behind you can access those accounts and take action within those accounts because you are still logged in. You are leaving yourself wide open to both monetary theft and identity theft. Second one, clear cache and cookies. Browsers store information such as browsing history and search history in storage locations called cache, which are located on the disk. Browsers also store cookies from sites that you visit. These entries are stored in plain text, so anyone can navigate to and view them. If you want your online activity to remain private, use the built-in features in your browser to clear these entries. You will learn how to work with browsers in the Living Online module. Also, do not allow the browser to store your passwords for online sites or accounts. Last one, log out of operating system. If you use a shared computer at school or at work that require a personal log-on, always log out when you are finished. Logging out prevents other users from using your account to access personal files stored under your profile. Additionally, logging out prevents unauthorized users from gaining access to the network. The last risk is phishing. Phishing is the process of trying to gather sensitive information, such as a password or credit card details, by pretending to be a trustworthy company or organization. Typically, a phisher sends a trusted-looking email message that appears to come from a trusted source, such as your bank or credit card company. The email message generally includes a false alert and instructs you to take a particular action. To protect yourself against phishing, avoid clicking links in email messages. If a message appears to have come from a bank, credit card company, or government agency, call the organization directly to discuss the email message. Often, you will be informing the genuine company that a fraud scheme is in place so that they can send notices to their clients. Before logging into a secure site, check the address bar to be sure the address starts with the trusted site name. That's the end of part 1. If you have questions, please comment or send a message. See you on the next video.